in the quiet town of Hollow Creek, where autumn leaves whispered secrets and shadows danced eerily on the cobblestone streets, Thanksgiving held a dark tradition. Each year, as the harvest moon loomed large in the ink-black sky, a mysterious figure known as the Harvest Host emerged. Legend spoke of the Harvest Host as an ancient spirit, seeking vengeance for the sins of the townspeople. It was said that this spectral entity would manifest during the Thanksgiving feast, selecting one unfortunate soul to join the harvest, a fate worse than death. As the townsfolk gathered in their quaint homes, blissfully unaware of the impending horror, the aroma of roasting turkey filled the air. The Vanderburg family, known for hosting the most extravagant Thanksgiving dinner, was preparing for their annual celebration. The Vanderburg mansion, an imposing structure surrounded by ancient oaks, stood as a beacon of opulence in Hollow Creek. The family had thrived for generations, their wealth built upon a mysterious pact rumored to involve a dark force. The whispers of the townspeople hinted at a Faustian bargain, a deal struck to ensure prosperity at the cost of a yearly sacrifice. As the clock struck midnight, a sudden chill descended upon the town, and the Harvest Host materialized in the Vanderburg mansion. A tall, shadowy figure with piercing red eyes, it moved silently through the halls, its presence felt, rather than seen. The family, engrossed in their lavish feast, remained oblivious to the impending doom. The Harvest Host approached young Amelia Vanderburg, the unsuspecting daughter of the family. The air thickened as she felt an otherworldly presence, and the room grew colder. The flames in the fireplace flickered violently, casting eerie shadows on the ornate walls. A hushed voice echoed through the air, sending shivers down Amelia's spine. "Your family's prosperity comes at a price, child. The harvest demands its due." Amelia, paralyzed with fear, tried to scream, but the sound caught in her throat. The Harvest Host extended its shadowy hand, and an invisible force lifted her from her chair. The room plunged into darkness as the candles extinguished, leaving only the haunting glow of the entity's eyes. The Vanderburg family, frozen in terror, witnessed Amelia's ethereal ascent. The Harvest Host, its malevolent presence intensifying, spoke again. "She shall join the harvest, a soul forever bound to the shadows." Amelia vanished into the abyss, leaving behind a stunned and horrified family. The Harvest Host, satisfied with its grim harvest, dissipated into the night, leaving only the lingering scent of decay. As dawn broke over Hollow Creek, the town awoke to the Vanderburg mansion shrouded in an unnatural fog. The once prosperous family now bore the weight of their dark bargain. Whispers spread through the town like wildfire, and the legend of the Harvest Host became a chilling reality. In the years that followed, Hollow Creek was haunted by an annual ritual. Each Thanksgiving, the Harvest Host claimed another soul from the unsuspecting townspeople. Fear gripped the community, and families barricaded themselves indoors, hoping to escape the malevolent entity's grasp. As the tales of the Harvest Host spread beyond Hollow Creek, outsiders dismissed them as mere superstitions. However, those who dared to visit the town during Thanksgiving soon discovered the horrifying truth. The Harvest Host, an embodiment of ancient vengeance, continued its relentless pursuit, leaving a trail of shattered lives in its wake. Hollow Creek became a ghost town, its once bustling streets now echoing with the anguished cries of the harvest's victims. The Vanderburg mansion, now a dilapidated relic, stood as a grim reminder of the price paid for prosperity. And so, each Thanksgiving, the Harvest Host roamed the desolate streets of Hollow Creek, a spectral figure in search of the next soul to join the eternal harvest. The once thriving town had become a macabre tableau, a chilling testament to the darkness that could lurk beneath the facade of tradition and celebration. In the quiet town of Ravens Hollow, where the autumn leaves whispered secrets to the wind, Thanksgiving was a time of tradition. Families gathered around tables adorned with golden turkeys and cornucopias, but in the Ramsey household, a sinister tradition lurked in the shadows. The Ramsey mansion, with its looming turrets and ivy-covered walls, stood as a relic of the past. It was said to be haunted by the spirits of the original owners, who vanished mysteriously on a Thanksgiving night centuries ago. The townsfolk spoke of strange occurrences, whispers echoing through the halls, shadows that danced in the candlelight, and a chilling presence that seemed to linger in every room. As the Ramsey family prepared for their annual Thanksgiving feast, oblivious to the ominous history that clung to their estate, the atmosphere within the mansion grew tense. Margaret Ramsey, the matriarch, insisted on adhering to the age-old traditions, oblivious to the fear that gripped her children and grandchildren. As darkness enveloped Ravens Hollow, the Ramseys gathered in the grand dining hall, its mahogany table groaning under the weight of festive dishes. The air was thick with anticipation, but not the kind associated with joyous family reunions. Unseen eyes seemed to watch from the shadows, and the wind outside howled like distant cries of anguish. The family settled into their seats, exchanging forced smiles and polite conversation. The tension was palpable, but no one dared to acknowledge the unease that lingered in the room. The feast began, each dish served with meticulous precision, yet the air grew heavier with every passing moment. As the clock struck midnight, a sudden gust extinguished the candles, plunging the room into darkness. Gasps echoed through the hall, but Margaret, undeterred, ordered the servants to relight the candles. In the flickering light, the family noticed an ancient portrait on the wall, the original Ramseys, frozen in a moment of eerie stillness. A low murmur emanated from the painting, and the eyes of the family followed the gaze of the spectral figures. A secret door, unnoticed until that moment, creaked open, revealing a narrow staircase leading down into the abyss below the mansion. Margaret, fueled by a stubborn determination to uphold tradition, insisted they explore. Descending into the bowels of the Ramsey mansion, the family found themselves in a labyrinth of dimly lit corridors. Whispers echoed through the narrow passages, and the temperature plummeted with each step. Unseen hands seemed to brush against their skin, leaving a trail of icy dread in their wake. As they ventured deeper, the family stumbled upon a hidden chamber adorned with archaic symbols and flickering candles. At the center lay an ancient altar, stained with the memories of countless Thanksgivings past. Margaret, with an unsettling calmness, began reciting an incantation in a language long forgotten. The air thickened as a shadowy figure materialized before them, the ghost of the original Ramsey family. Their eyes glowed with an otherworldly intensity, and a mournful wail echoed through the chamber. The family, paralyzed with terror, watched as the specters reenacted the events of that fateful Thanksgiving night centuries ago. As the ritual unfolded, the veil between the living and the dead wavered, and the Ramsey mansion became a nexus of supernatural energy. The family found themselves trapped in a nightmarish loop, forced to witness the tragedy that befell the original Ramseys over and over again. Desperation took hold as they realized the only way to break the curse was to confront the unresolved darkness that lingered in the mansion. Each family member faced their deepest fears and regrets, a harrowing journey through the twisted corridors of the past. As they overcame their inner demons, the specters began to fade, their anguished cries replaced by an eerie silence. With the first light of dawn, the Ramsey mansion seemed to exhale a sigh of relief. The family emerged from the depths, changed by the ordeal, their haunted legacy lifted. The townsfolk of Ravens Hollow, unaware of the supernatural turmoil that transpired, continued with their own Thanksgiving celebrations, blissfully ignorant of the horrors that unfolded within the Ramsey mansion. But the whispers of the autumn leaves carried the tale, ensuring that the chilling legend of Ravens Hollow would live on, a cautionary reminder of the darkness that could descend upon even the most festive of occasions. The air hung heavy with the scent of roasting turkey as the Smith family prepared for their annual Thanksgiving feast. The rustic farmhouse echoed with laughter and the clatter of kitchen utensils. Yet, beneath the veneer of holiday cheer, an unsettling aura permeated the atmosphere. As darkness descended, the family gathered around the elaborately set dining table. The flickering candles cast eerie shadows on the walls. Mrs. Smith, a meticulous hostess, insisted on everyone sharing what they were thankful for before indulging in the bountiful spread. Amid the expressions of gratitude, a distant howl echoed through the night. Mr. Smith dismissed it as the wind, but an uneasy tension settled over the room. The family exchanged nervous glances, their laughter forced and strained. As they began to feast, strange occurrences unfolded. The lights flickered erratically, and the temperature dropped, sending shivers down their spines. Unseen footsteps echoed in the hallway, prompting uneasy whispers among the guests. Mrs. Smith attempted to maintain composure, but her eyes betrayed a growing unease. Suddenly, the room plunged into darkness. A collective gasp escaped the family's lips. When the lights flickered back on, a ghastly figure stood at the end of the table. Its hollow eyes gleamed with an otherworldly light. The family recoiled in terror, frozen in their seats. The figure spoke with a chilling, disembodied voice. "I am the spirit of Thanksgiving's past, present, and future. Your gluttony and indifference have awakened me from my slumber." The family's faces blanched as the ghostly figure recounted tales of forgotten traditions, neglected gratitude, and the true cost of their lavish celebrations. Each tale carried a lesson, a warning that sent shivers down their spines. The specter pointed accusingly at Mr. Smith, revealing a forgotten promise to a needy neighbor. Mrs. Smith's neglect of family traditions was laid bare, and the children were confronted with the consequences of their selfish actions. Guilt gnawed at the hearts of the Smiths as the ghostly apparition held them captive with its tales. As the clock struck midnight, the figure warned of impending doom unless they mended their ways. With a bone-chilling wail, it vanished, leaving the family in stunned silence. Determined to break the curse, the Smiths embarked on a journey to right their wrongs. They visited the neglected neighbor, mended broken relationships, and revived forgotten traditions. Yet, the malevolent presence lingered, a constant reminder of their transgressions. Thanksgiving Day arrived once again, and the family, now humbled and grateful, gathered around the table. The air was tense as they awaited the reappearance of the spirit. Just as hope began to blossom, a shadowy figure materialized, more menacing than before. "I see you've made an effort to amend your ways," it intoned. "But the stains of your past cannot be erased so easily." The room quivered as the spirit unleashed a torrent of supernatural occurrences. Furniture levitated, portraits on the walls twisted into grotesque shapes, and the temperature plummeted to bone-chilling levels. Desperation filled the air as the family realized the magnitude of their misdeeds. In a final, haunting crescendo, the ghostly figure revealed its true form, a manifestation of the neglected, resentful spirits of Thanksgiving's past. Their wails echoed through the farmhouse, a symphony of anguish. The Smiths, paralyzed with fear, pleaded for mercy. The spirits, however, demanded a sacrificial act of true gratitude. Each family member, in turn, offered a heartfelt acknowledgement of their blessings, expressing genuine remorse for their past actions. As the confessions echoed through the haunted halls, the malevolent presence gradually dissipated. The air lightened, and the farmhouse ceased its spectral symphony. The family, exhausted and emotionally drained, found themselves alone in the restored tranquility of the Thanksgiving night. The ordeal served as a chilling reminder that the true essence of Thanksgiving lay not in the lavish feasts or material abundance, but in genuine gratitude and compassion. The Smiths, forever changed by their harrowing experience, embraced a newfound appreciation for the intangible blessings that bound them together. As dawn broke, casting a warm glow over the farmhouse, the Smiths emerged from the shadows of their haunted Thanksgiving. Forever grateful for the chance to rewrite their destinies and redeem the spirit of a holiday they had nearly lost to their own negligence.